Hey y'all, it's your girl Jay. My pronouns are she, hers, and I'm a part of the comms team as their fellow. And today I'm here with
Deanna. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a youth organizer here at the LA site.
And today we're going to be talking about navigating adulthood, coming from the system, adulting out of the system, and just kind of what that looks like. So, that being said, let's get straight into it. And our first question we have today is, how did your childhood impact your view on adulthood?
I think my childhood definitely impacted my view of adulthood because I was raised by a single mom. And well, you know, to raise a kid, you really need a village. So I was raised by a lot of other women. So my mom, my grandma, my aunts, and my view of adulthood from being raised by them was that adulthood is just like pure responsibility. Responsibility over others. It meant that, you know, you had to take care of your kids, your family, your husband, the household, make money, do all these things, and also like do all these things at a cost of like not taking care of yourself. So my mom, she was raising 3 kids by herself because my dad, he was like in and out of our lives, but because that's just how he was, but also he was in and out of prisons. And my mom, she had to go 10 times harder because she was doing it alone because he wasn't home. That kind of made me like look at adulthood as like not a super positive thing, but like I was just scared because I'm like, dang, like I'm gonna have to grow up and I'm gonna have to just like go 10 times as hard, just like my mom, you know?
Exactly. And I think this really connects us to our next question, which talks about like biggest challenges. Because I know like just like being in foster care, and both my parents were in and out of jail and prison too, and a lot of that would cause somebody to live the repeated cycle of what they're used to, what they're seeing. So like, what are some of the challenges that you came across while you were going through this?
I think like the challenges that came up like when I was a kid, in regards to that is like I kind of had to raise myself a little bit, even though like we were kids. I feel like other people can relate to this. It's like we're kids, but in some ways we're adults.
For sure.
Because you know we're taking care of ourselves. We're figuring out, what am I gonna eat today?
Yeah.
How I'm gonna get it? Like how I'm gonna make it. Jade, I'm interested in hearing like how did your childhood impact your view of adulthood?
My childhood was cool. Like, it started off cool. Both my parents were married. We lived in a household together, everything. And I want to say, like, probably like around age 10, like, all of that changed. Like, this, like, we went from living in one big household, both parents, siblings, everything, to go to different shelters, eventually getting taken away from my mom and going to foster care, getting separated from my little brother. And so like when I didn't have my mom or my parents and it was just me and my little brother, I kind of had to step up and grow up at a young age. Like I'm catching the bus with a 6-year-old and I'm only 7, 8 by myself because my mom either just went to jail or one of her friends is supposed to be watching us and they're not watching us, and my dad's gone in prison. So like a lot of that impacted my adulthood because it's just like there is no plan B, there's no plan C. I am all the plans. So it made me grow up at a young age. And what are some things that you enjoy during adulthood? Like there's some of your good experiences.
So for me, like my biggest joy right now in adulthood is like being in service of others. So that's why I really like the work that I do here as a youth organizer, because I'm able to connect with people who are system impacted, and like we have fun. Like we really take care of ourselves here at the center.
It's like a safe haven almost. Like I feel like this center saved a lot of people, and like a lot of what the center does here is replace that power back into you. And we met and we talked about this quote: it's not about the journey but the destination. But what we like to believe, it's about the journey and not the destination, because your journey literally makes your destination. It gives you something to look forward to at the end. And I think that really is what people are missing. They're missing that light, that push, that motivation, somebody to tell them like you can do this as long as you're self-determined to do it. we have a freedom charter here, and it kind of shows our values and our beliefs. I just mentioned that word self-determination. Here, this is our freedom charter, and at the center what this means is for the decriminalization and decarceration of cis and transgender women and girls and gender non-conforming people, and reunification with our children and our families. So this is what we live by here at the center. This right here just alone automatically gives you your power back. And to narrow it down to self-determination, you could read that and what that means and looks like here.
Okay. So we have the right to self-determination. We must determine what success looks like for ourselves.
And so despite where we come from and the systems that impacted us, overall here we believe that you literally determine your path. So when you were younger, did you ever see yourself doing this type of work? Did you ever think like your voice could have this much power?
I didn't even know things like this existed or like that this was possible.
Exactly.
Because for a lot of us growing up, we don't have like the power to determine our path in life. There's like other systems at play. Other things like society putting labels on you.
The rules like probation, stuff like that. Like it puts a limit onto the things that we're able to do. And I think that a lot of people need to start hearing success stories, and I feel like we're good examples of success stories. Like you dealt with and you experienced what it's like to have your family split and experience incarceration, and same here. And I think a lot of our listeners could agree, like that would make you not want to do anything but like I might as well just keep the repeated cycle going. But it's places like this that really is like there's a better way out. Like actually they will hear you. They're not going to hear us if they too busy putting handcuffs on us.
And young people, we need like the support. We need that's why we really admire and love the self-determination coordinators that we have here at the Young Women's Freedom Center, because it just gives that extra support and guidance, an ear to listen to,
Most definitely, because adulting through the system is not easy. And I think that, and correct me if I'm wrong, a self-determined advocate is sort of like a person who pushes you to accomplish your own goals rather than telling you what to do to be successful.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what makes our work here stand out differently. And it really encourages people to keep going, because it's just like, if I have somebody in my ear telling me, you can do this, but we're going to do it your way, I'm going to feel so much empowered, because when I was younger in foster care and all that, I didn't get a say so in anything. So I feel like here, gaining your power back is what helps us navigate through adulthood.
Yeah, that reminds me of like, there's this study that came out where teachers, they would tell like one group of students that they were so smart and that, they can do anything they wanted to. And then the other group of students, they wouldn't tell them that. But they heard the teachers telling the other students that they were smart. So then looking at like test scores and achievement, the people who they told were smart ended up achieving more. So like it does, like these things really do help,
I agree.
When people affirm your power, your smartness, like your knowledge, your confidence, like it really does have like a positive effect on your life.
So that's why we're here at the center, and we encourage everybody to stop by, talk to your self-determination coach at any YWFC center and hear what they have to say. 9 times out of 10, they've already been there.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Exactly. So that concludes our podcast. Thank you. We will see you guys very, very soon.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.